The first lab screen didn't alarm anyone. The second one did. A faint molecular signal appeared, barely above the level many routine screening protocols are designed to flag with confidence. This time, a technician in Sweden didn't ignore it. In early 2013, a public health laboratory working with the Swedish Public Health Agency reran a PCR assay after clinicians noticed an unusual cluster of patients. Adults with no recent travel history were arriving with acute liver inflammation. No shared restaurants, no shellfish, no undercooked meat. The food samples looked ordinary. Frozen strawberries and raspberries. Temperature logs showed consistent storage at -18 degrees Celsius across transport and storage. Bacterial panels for Salmonella and Listeria were negative. Every conventional food safety indicator said the product was fine. The repeat PCR said otherwise. Hepatitis A. It shouldn't have been there. As investigators expanded their search, similar cases appeared in Denmark and Finland. Different cities, different catering operations. The common link wasn't a meal, it was dessert. Frozen berries served through institutional catering systems in Sweden, Denmark, and Finland, including schools and elder care facilities. The cold hadn't stopped the virus. It had protected it. Public health authorities in Sweden and Denmark, working with the European Center for Disease Prevention and Control, issued alerts and began coordinated tracebacks through import records. The frozen strawberries were traced back to imports from North Africa, most consistently linked to Egypt, before being distributed through Nordic institutional catering supply chains. Every certificate was valid. Every temperature check passed. Hepatitis A behaves differently from the pathogens most food safety systems were built to stop. It does not multiply in food. It does not create odor, slime, or spoilage. At freezer temperatures, -18 degrees Celsius, it can remain infectious for months. Detection depends on molecular testing sensitive enough to notice viral RNA fragments that sit at the edge of routine screening confidence. Most programs don't look there until people are already sick. 2 years later, the same failure surfaced again, half a world away. In February 2015, the Australian Department of Health announced a nationwide recall of Nana's frozen mixed berries after a man in New South Wales was diagnosed with hepatitis A. He had not traveled overseas. He had not eaten at restaurants. He had not broken any obvious food safety rules. He had consumed frozen berries at home. The illness did not arrive like food poisoning. It unfolded slowly. Days of fatigue, nausea, then the unmistakable yellowing of skin that sent clinicians searching backward through weeks of meals, trying to connect symptoms to a cause already forgotten. Frozen berries again. The recalled product contained berries sourced from China, processed and frozen before being imported into Australia. Supply records reviewed by authorities showed no temperature abuse. Retail inspections found no hygiene violations. The system had done exactly what it was designed to do, and still failed. As the recall widened, Australian authorities faced the same structural problem seen in Europe. Berries from multiple origins had been blended, lot boundaries blurred. Testing every remaining package became impractical. The response expanded outward, not because contamination was proven everywhere, but because no one could prove where it stopped. The recall radius grew larger than the outbreak itself. By 2018, European investigators stopped treating these events as isolated. Another hepatitis A outbreak linked to frozen strawberries emerged in Sweden and Austria. This time, laboratories confirmed the link using molecular sequencing. Viral RNA detected in frozen strawberries matched patient samples, closing the loop between illness and product. The test hadn't failed. The threshold had. Traceback investigations showed how documentation traveled faster than biology. Processing facilities met hygiene standards calibrated for bacterial hazards, not viral ones. Washing removed soil and debris, but viral particles adhered to fruit surfaces remained. The system kept verifying cold. The hazard ignored it. Different years. Different countries: Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Australia, Austria. Same pathway. Contamination enters at origin, often through irrigation water or a single asymptomatic handler. Processing pools fruit for efficiency. Freezing locks the virus in place. Documentation confirms temperature, not biology. Distribution moves faster than illness appears. Detection arrives last, inside clinics, not factories. By the time anyone looks upstream, the product is already gone. For years, this failure felt distant to American consumers, until it wasn't. In late 2022, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration began investigating hepatitis A infections linked to frozen organic strawberries sold across multiple U.S. states. The product was traced to farms operated by Fresh Campo and HMC Farms in Baja California, Mexico, and distributed under multiple retail labels, including Costco and Trader Joe's. A recall followed. Then, an expansion. Federal advisories cited frozen strawberries as the suspected vehicle, while FDA Traceback teams examined import records and packing operations south of the border. The same mechanism had crossed the ocean. For families, the realization came late. The strawberries looked clean, the freezer felt safe. The illness surfaced weeks after the last meal, severing the mental link between cause and consequence. The cold buys time for the virus. Not for the person who eats it. Regulators are not unaware of this blind spot. Public health agencies in Europe, Australia, and the United States have issued guidance during outbreaks urging frozen berries to be heated before consumption. But guidance does not redesign systems. Cooking undermines the convenience frozen fruit is built for. Mandatory viral testing would slow trade and raise costs across supply chains optimized for speed. So the risk is managed, not eliminated. These recalls did not happen because the science was missing. They happened because food safety systems were built to stop bacteria, while a viral hazard moved untouched through compliant channels. New detection tools exist. Faster assays, broader screens. But until they move upstream, until they are applied before illness appears, the same pathway remains available to repeat. Freezing didn't make the berries safer. It just made the failure easier to repeat.